What does your ex think when you let them go? What does your ex think when you agree to the breakup and you just give it to them and you say, hey, that's okay, it's upsetting, but I respect your decision, and if you change your mind, you give me a call, and then you simply turn your back, you walk out the door, never to look back. So what is your ex thinking? What do they go through when you reverse that power dynamic on them? And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because we don't like being alone, and walking away is counterintuitive to a lot of people, and it's very hard. But it's the ultimate form of self-love. And the thing with self-love, it's the ultimate form of self-inflicted pain, because it means cutting people out. It literally means cutting off your arm to save the body. So what does your ex think when you walk away, when you simply agree to it and you create no fuss? Stick around and find out. And you may just be surprised, and maybe by the end of this video you realise your own power and that it is you that is in control, not your ex. But before I get into that, welcome back to The Love Fix. It's Nick, doing my best to get you through your breakups as easily and as healthily as possible. If you need my help with your heartbreak situation, with your breakup, or if you need my help, say, Nick, I just need to tell me how to deal with this, tell me how to get the power back, email me at thelovefix20@gmail.com, or smash the coaching link in the description below and book your session with me. If that is not enough, there's also a link in the description for my Facebook group. Come and join it. There's well over 2,000 people in it now. Everyone's making friends and helping each other get through their breakups. With all that said, let's get into what your ex thinks when you let them go. So when your ex has made the decision to end your relationship, it's not been an easy decision in most cases. They've been building it up for days, weeks, or even months, sometimes even years, of how they're going to end things with you. And a lot of the time they still love you. They just don't want to be with you romantically, because they don't see a romantic future with you, and that's okay. And because they've already gone through that process, they've done a lot of their grieving, they maybe even checked out, they feel like they have the power. They are actively making the decision to end that relationship, so they feel like they're in control. And they are expecting you to create drama. They are expecting you to create a ruckus and spiv out and just go mental. But if you've paid attention to any of my content, you know that I encourage everybody not to do that, and we're not going to do that today. So what does walking away actually do? What does it do to your ex? What does it change their mindset? How does it change their mindset? Now, disclaimer guys, it might not do anything. They might have just been done with you and they're just happy that you're not contacting them. But I would say that's the exception to the rule. I'd say in 60 to 70% of cases, an ex will reach out, not necessarily to get back with you, but they will reach out in some capacity. That's typically my experience through coaching people and my own experience. So if you go cold turkey and you just cut them off, what goes through the ex's mind? What happens when you let them go? Well, I'd say for the first couple of weeks, they're just thinking, oh, this is nice. It's peaceful. They're not giving me any grief because I'm dealing with a few things right now. So they appreciate you not reaching out. And that's a good thing, because if they appreciate you not reaching out, they might just start to think, hey, well, this person wasn't so bad. Maybe they've leveled up. Maybe they've learned the lesson. But that will wear off after a couple of weeks. And assuming that they haven't monkey branched or rebounded, they will start to miss you. They will start to think, wow, okay, how can this person just not contact me? And maybe the ex said to you, hey, don't contact me, and you're giving them exactly what they want. But in their head, their survival mechanisms are starting to kick in now. They're starting to miss the Friday and Saturday nights with you. They're starting to miss all the adventures and the intimacy that they had with you. That's the consequence of their decision. But what they also might start thinking is that you're being a dick or you're acting badly. What did I do wrong? They might be thinking, I didn't do anything wrong. Why are you not contacting me? Did you not love me? And it's nothing to do with that. You are simply respecting their decision. And with that decision comes consequences. And those consequences are you will no longer be around. You will no longer be there to validate them. You will no longer be there to hug them, to kiss them, to hold their hand when it's lonely. That's the consequence of their decision. So now, in the ex's brain, and I've certainly been through this, especially if they haven't monkey branched or rebounded, and in fact, this can still happen if they do monkey branch or rebound, it just takes longer. They will start to miss you. They will start to think, damn, how did they walk away so easily? How can they not contact me? They actually become quite narcissistic. Now, I don't mean they're a narcissist, it's just a narcissistic way of thinking. It's like, how dare you not meet my needs? How dare you not validate me? Now, that's just a normal defense mechanism. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. So, you've given your ex the exact opposite of what they was expecting, and it throws them a curveball. They start second guessing their decision. They start wondering, well, what the fuck are they up to? Have they moved on already? Have they rebounded? Did they have somebody else lined up? Now guys, you're listening to this probably as the Dumpee. And that's okay. Some dumpers will be listening to this also. But if you are the Dumpee, you have to realise your power. You have to realise that you are giving yourself self-love right now. And it's hard, and it's brutal, and it's savagely difficult. But see, here's the thing about walking away. Here's the thing about giving them the breakup. Here's the thing about no contact. It's not something you learn. It's a mindset. It's practicing it even when every fibre of your being is screaming at you to reach out to that person, because you know if you do reach out to them, it's going to soothe your anxiety, even just by 10%. And here's the thing. If someone's in chronic pain, they've been in chronic pain for 10 years, and you come along and say, hey, look, I've got this pill, and it will take the pain away for a few hours or even for a few days. But when that pill does wear off, you will experience more pain than you've ever thought possible. Your pain will be 100 times worse. But if you do not take the pill and you use this alternative medicine, this mindset, this self-love, this doing the work on yourself, yes, the pain's going to be pretty bad. You're going to fall over a number of times, and you're going to go through the pain threshold. You're going to go through the pain barrier. It's going to suck. But I promise you, once you do, the pain will go away. And that's what letting go does. This is what giving them the breakup is all about. And once you've done that, once you've gone through your pain barrier, here's the thing, in a lot of cases, your ex's pain barrier is actually increasing. They're actually going the other way. And that's including a monkey branch, and that's including a rebound, because they are using emotional painkillers to soothe their wounds. And their wounds need love, care, and attention. It doesn't need painkillers. It needs work. It needs healing. It needs meditation, therapy, coaching, working on the shit that isn't so great about them, like we all do. This includes me, this includes everybody else. So, I know you're going through it right now, and that's okay. But I'm here to listen. As I've said before, I will sit in the mud with you. My Facebook group will sit in the mud with you, hear you out, and if you need advice, we're there for you. But the biggest piece of advice I can give you today is that you have to endure the no contact pain. Now, there are things you can do to make that a little easier. Hobbies, volunteering, go and get a new wardrobe, buy yourself something nice, make new friends, get better finances, go and get that job that you want, all those kind of things. And they help. But ultimately, you will still be coming home at the end of the day to an empty bed. And that does hurt. But I promise you, if you do the work, if you do this correctly and you start expanding your life, then your ex just becomes a backup option. An option that you may choose in an unlikely future, because if they did come back in 6 months' time, which I'd say sometimes I'd say most of the time between 3 to 6 months is typically when an ex would reach out. Hopefully you're in the position where you've done the work and you can take it or leave it, and you can say, hey, I'm flattered, but you know what? You actually made the right decision. We're not good together. I've leveled up. I've got someone better. I'm interested in different people now. And that, my friends, is where you get your power. And even if they don't reach out, you still got that power. You still got it. So I will wrap this up by saying, don't worry about what they're thinking. Don't worry about what they're doing. Do not give them the fucking privilege. And do not let them live rent-free in your head. You've got too much to be getting on with to be focused on them. You need to be focused on you. Give them the breakup. Give them what they ask for. Because guys, realistically, what choice do you have? They've taken every avenue away from you. That's the only choice you have now, is to give them what they've asked for. That's it. And the analogy that I will use is that if you're in a shopping mall and you're trying to buy shoes, but somebody jumps out of a phone shop and say, hey, come and look at the greatest and latest new iPhone, it's really, really cool. And you're like, well, that's fine, but I'm shopping for shoes today, I don't want a new phone. And this salesperson won't leave you alone. Are you going to go into that shop? Or if that salesperson says, okay, cool, if you change your mind, pop in, I'll be happy to help. You might just walk past that shop again one day and think, that guy was cool, or that girl was cool. I'm going to go and talk to them. Don't buy something they're not selling. And don't try to sell something to your ex that they're not buying. They're not buying a reconciliation right now. It was their idea to leave, it has to be your idea to come back. And that's all for today. You are enough. You will be okay, I promise. Do the work. Level up. I genuinely believe that every ex-partner that everybody has will teach you a lesson, will teach you the lesson that you needed to learn. So try to understand that lesson, learn from it, and level up. And I will see you on the other side.